Okay, I don't want to tell anybody like, oh, I'm Jesus or anything like that. I don't want to give that impression. I'm not trying to say that crazy ass shit. But when two men tried to throw him off a cliff, remember he escaped, and then he was telling the people about something that was going on in the town, and then he was like, we're gonna go down there as part of his mission. And then they were like, why do you want to go back there? Didn't they try to kill you? And he got mad because there's two different kind of small town extortion. There's the one where everybody's under extortion, or then there's the one when they're trying to generate revenue for the using the court system to generate revenue, and then also alcohol. So a licensed alcohol establishment and a getwit. It's usually next to a freeway or something where rich people that you come off this and look for a nice bar to eat a steak or something, and then they get approached by someone all gussied up like they're a certain age. Then a certain time, then when they bring forth the authorities, she's back to normal as like dress different, act different, holy. So there's like this racket, right? That's different, right? But everybody in the town is under extortion, and I was just thinking about it, like, if you have faith, you don't need to be tough, right? And so fishing is like kept me safe, while that dude that I thought was innocent, that looks like he was innocent, is actually innocent, but he's about to probably go confront that other dude. They force him to confront him. They have to have a meeting and talk beforehand and figure out who the fuck I was. And then that dude, why did I get the impression that he was about to let some fury out of him or something? This innocent dude, right? But he's like yoked and fucking, you know what I mean? Like, they gotta pull him away from his life or something to handle some shit. They gotta pull him away from somebody. So then the boss is there. They figure, like, this dude's trying to give us free weed. You know what I mean? So, like, see if he'll want to sleep out on that boat or something like that. Because, like, fucking acting like a homeless person. See if he'll want to sleep out on the boat, right? And I'll be out there, like, they don't even know what I have. I have, like, shit I could pull out a gourmet and, like, start cooking and shit, like, with, like, grape seed oils and shit, like, or pull out like a few fishing poles, and like, I have a really good packing, and I could fit a lot of shit into this certain kind of duffel bags. So it's like, and I shopped really well, so I have like solar powered lamps that you can turn on at night that fill up with like air, then they're super bright or some shit. And like shopping at the green stores and stuff. It's almost like thinking like this dude's like some rich person, but he doesn't know how to fit in as a regular homeless person. And I've always been like that. Always been like that. The whole time I'm homeless, I was like that. Even I might not actually be the best cook or something, but fucking I always like do the cleaning. I'm always cleaning as I'm going, and I could be cleaning as I'm going and talking and shit, and hooking people up with like mushrooms and shit. They'd be like, "Oh shit, where'd you score these mushrooms out?" They'd be like, "Oh, they right over there. They grow over here." They'll be living next to all the time. Don't even know. They don't even know about it. It's just certain. Like, like if you pull from enough catalog or something, I guess, you're like always. They think you're always the feds. You know, I'm gonna jump all over the place. There's a website that you can research where all the mushroom observer where you can find out when and where, or if you feel it, if you just feel it, you can look in that area and they'll put a marker down, but it's not the direct area because that would send people on people's land, or all people be like, what are you doing around my house and stuff. So they just mark the area, they just mark the area and it's not at that spot. But somewhere around there, we brought in the conditions for the mushroom. So it's like usually a human brought in the conditions in agriculture, or yard the yard maintenance people. They lay down wood chips that after a certain amount of years they become decrepit wood chips, and they're just perfect. And cardboard underneath them and shit. And you want to make sure it's not near contaminated water that soaks up all the toxin. And you want to dry it out, and it's not bacteria, kill the bacteria. But I just eat them wet. I don't know. I just eat them wet sometimes. If I feel it, if I know it's like, especially in your Santa Rosa or something, you're like, oh, this place is cool. I don't know. It's not filthy out here. There could be some chemical or something you can't see, you don't know, but you gotta just be careful. Shit, why did I even go off that way? I went all in this mushroom shit. Yeah. They just showed up in the 1970s. A new species. So the one that we're talking about is a new species. Well, actually, there's two. I don't know if the cyans are new, but they probably are both new because there was nobody. The cyans can grow out in the open more, but the Alinei like to hide underneath certain what's it called? Rhododendrons tree, rhododendron tree, but like a tree, but like also some types of shrub, like succulents or something. Like they're not a cactus, and then they conceal, and then they keep the moisture in. And like, but those are like, I know, they're not as strong. Like if you touch a cyan, it's hard. It's kind of like stiff, like a fresh one. But if you touch the Alinei, they're like kind of like soft. It's kind of soft. I can't even actually tell you the difference. I can just know the difference between fresh and dried. I don't know the difference between those two species. Just trying to eat them. You can get the panic attack is actually good for you. You're learning a lot about yourself during one of those panic attacks. But I mean, I don't know if you know what I'm saying. People will be like, oh, that's it, cool, I'm good, or